Yoga is an ancient spiritual discipline that ancient Vedic scholar discovered. Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. This yoga discipline start with the body, start with yama and niyama, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. These are basic foundation of yoga. Then shaucha, santosh, swadhyay, tapas and Ishwar pranidhan. This is still higher. So every healing science has a foundation, and this is the foundation of yoga, yama and niyama. This yama niyama, then it goes yama niyama asana. Asana means stiram sukham asanam. You should able to sit in a one posture, sthira, stable, sukha, without any pain. Comfortably. Even if you sit in a cross-leg posture, siddhasana or padmasana, lotus pose, you should not feel pain. If you feel pain, then leave that asana. Then do little massage and relieve the pain. Because if there is a pain, there is no gain. This is very important. Though people say no pain, no gain, no, but here it is different. If you have pain in a posture, you are doing wrong. So, in the Western world, they teach yoga only asana. And they are perfectly doing asana, which I really admire them the way they are doing. But by doing asana, we have to add one more thing to pay attention to the breath. Because your breath is a bridge between body, mind and consciousness. So don't do mechanically asana. When you are sitting in a lotus pose, watch your breath. Bring awareness to the inhalation, exhalation. If you do gentle ujjayi breath, at least maintain that posture for 7 ujjayi breath, because there are 7 chakra, and there are 7 important nadis, and there are 7 layers of consciousness, bhuhu, bhuvaha, swaha, maha, janaha, tapaha, satyam. So 7 breath will bring spiritual quality to your yoga. So any asana you are doing, do it gently, silently, quietly, without hustling, bustling, without stress and strain, and without pain. And pay attention to the breath. If you do this way, yoga posture, it will lead you to the first and second and third step of spiritual discipline. Yoga is a union of lower self and higher self. There are so many definitions of yoga. Yogaha, chitta vritti nirodhaha, cessation of thought construct, cessation of thought wave is yoga. This is one definition given in Patanjali. In Bhagavad Gita, yogaha karmasu kaushalyam, skill in action is skill in awareness is yoga. Lord Krishna teaches this beautiful yoga to Arjuna. Yogaha karmasu kaushalyam. Then third definition, sthiratvam yogam uchyate. When you make your prana sthira, stable, when you make your asana sthira, stable, that is a yoga. So there are different definitions of yoga, and one is union of the lower self with the higher self. So yoga doesn't mean only asana. It is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, very important. You can do a package of 8 pranayama. Basrika, Kapalabhati, Anulom Milom, Agnisar, Ujjayi, Udgit, Shitali, Shitkari. Amazing. This is a package of 8 pranayama, and if you daily perform this pranayama, do this pranayama after yoga or before yogasana, your body will become flexible. You can do any complicated asana with pranayama, which is beautiful. So we are blending gradually yogasana with the breathing awareness, which is a natural pranayama. So yogasana with pranayama. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. Then pratyahar. Pratyahar means you are watching the tree without judgment. Let your attention go to the tree, and your attention is touching the tree. It take the shape and size and color of the tree, it come back to you. Then when it touches your eyes, then you are simply watching the watcher. While watching the tree, watch the watcher. This is the greatest pratyahar. Pratyahar. This is ahar means diet. Like food is ahar. But here for sensory perception, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha is a food for sensory faculty. And whenever you are listening, whenever you are looking, do double arrowed attention. Look the looker while looking the looked. Watch the watcher while watching the watch. This is pratyahar. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar. Then come dharana. Dharana means a constant, continuous flow of attention. Like a santata taila dharavata dharana. When you pour the oil from one part to other part, that oil is not dripping. It is a constant, continuous silence flow. That way, like a santata taila dharavat, like a constant pouring oil, that flow of oil is soundless, quiet, gentle, unbroken. That is called dharana, means unbroken flow of attention. Wow. And then it will become dhyan. Dhyana means meditation. And meditation is great adventure in the life. Because in meditation, you jump into the inner abyss, into the inner silence, into the inner beauty, into the inner love, unconditional love. That is dhyan. And then samadhi. Samadhi is total absorption. Total absorption. And you go into the tranquility, bliss and beauty. So samadhi is a state of equilibrium. The body, mind and consciousness merge into constant state of pure, choiceless, passive state of awareness. In that state of awareness, there is a great deal of bliss, the joy. Then you will realize, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahman. Satchidananda, Sat means truth, Chid means awareness, Ananda means bliss. So you are not a body, you are not a mind, you are not even prana, you are eternal Satchidananda. And that is the highest achievement of the yoga. Namaste.